evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service Live with us three chewing the fat of the world for the next hour and a half. So, hello, everybody. Hello, guys.
Hello, Marky Mark.
Hello. How are we all?
All the better for seeing you, you sexy beast.
Ditto.
Yeah.
You're a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good this week. I've had a really bad week. They've changed my medication on me diabetes, so this new medication that I have to. I was on Victoza plus my other tablet forms, and I injected myself every night. This is once a week,
Right.
and imagine the biggest dinner you've ever eaten. Then add a bit more to it. And you know that feeling that you can't move and you just feel...
Oh, Munchie Box belly.
Yeah, pretty much like that continuously. So it's like been making me feel really...
Oh, no good.
So I've had a really bad week. So I do apologise for lack of content this week, guys, on the channel. But
I must admit, you are looking a little bit peaky.
yeah, I've got the contrast up as well. So...
Looking a little bit pale.
Yeah, so I've not been my usual self.
Well, sending big hugs and love and all the rest of it, and hope you feel better soon.
Oh, I'll be right.
You'll be right.
I'll be right.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, my fucking chat's disappeared. Where the That wasn't me.
BFG, I've got to ask you, have you got new lights?
No?
Oh, you look a little bit sharper than normal. Unless it's where your placement has been changed.
No, I've got a ring light shining up between my knackers.
That might be it then.
And the other lights are just shining off his dome.
No need. No need.
I thought I'd get a dig in first.
I was going to leave the fat lad alone, but no, you started.
It's how Pin says it on the fat fucker.
Monkey on the car. Fuck off.
You see what tonight's going to be tonight? So, the main topic is all down to Betty.
What? What?
Are you going to tell people what the main topic is tonight?
Remind me.
Rage room.
Oh, aye. Yeah. For all of you chaps and chapesses out there in Chatland who joined us last week, the topic at the end of last week's show was the opening a rage room in Glasgow. I'll say that again, a rage room. Also, it also turned out they've opened up a bloody hatchet throwing room as well. In Glasgow, Hatchet Harry's, I think it's called in Glasgow. Don't fucking have these things in Glasgow. No. Apparently they've took their drinks license off them.
Really?
Yeah. Do you imagine getting into a hatchet throwing place? Pissed up.
Pissed.
Remember that fucking $5 you owed me.
Yeah, but I imagine refusing them as well. I think you've had too much there, sir.
So what we said last week was basically to give all you guys out there a week to have a think about what gets you that angry, mad, that you would smash something up, because this is the idea of this rage room, that apparently you can get into different scenarios or whatever, and you can smash shit up. Old TVs, VHS recorders, anything, everything goes apparently. So I don't know what they actually give you, whether it's a sledgehammer or what, but what out there, or what would actually make you guys get to that state that you could take a sledgehammer and just smash the living daylights out of something? So this week's show is going to be the continuation of that, and we'll see what you guys out there have actually See what makes you guys tick.
Hmm.
And we won't trigger it, honestly.
We'll try not to anyway.
Oh, I ain't doing it because I can't. I'm a fat bastard. I can't run fast.
So, with that said, Steve, you better say hello to everyone before we upset them.
Okay.
Better had Faxi M's. Good evening. Hope everything went okay, dude, as well. We've got Chris Doyle. Chris Doyle, good evening, sir.
Fucking hell.
Norse Vapor, good evening. Bill Richards, good evening, darling. And moving down, we have Black Country Vapor. Evening, Steve. And evening, Jasper.
Jasper!
We got Free Rider Vapor in.
Dogs.
Gareth Stone, good evening.
Fist bump,
Sorry,
dude.
sorry to see you news, Gareth.
Yeah, good say. Yeah, before going any further, yeah, poor Gareth. He got burgled the other night, which, if anyone's ever been burgled, is really, really not a nice thing. So, yeah, big love to you, kiddo.
Yeah, big love, mates. Gutted for you, bud.
Extra huggles for Gareth.
I hope they fucking catch the bastards and castrate them. Tell you what, if they do catch them, send them up to the rage room and hatch at Harry's, and we'll sort them out.
Bloody hell. Don W, good evening and huggles. Looking forward to a busy weekend this weekend with her. Adam Stone, good evening. Now we're going out with the kids.
Okay. Well, that was maybe an after show question.
Shane Gibson, good evening. Gav Evans, hope you're enjoying your leave, dude. 2 weeks off, good lad. John Vaping Joker, good evening. I have done Adam Stone, haven't I?
You have, yes.
Lovely. Hey, want me, Doc, how you doing? Fee, good evening and huggles. We've got Vapor Queen Becky. Huggles. UK Andy. Legend, sir. And how we doing? Fee, UK Andy. Gaily Box. Huggles. Paul Schofield. Good evening. Let's see, make sure I've not missed anybody. No, I think that is everybody.
Yeah, I think that's about everybody. Anybody we've missed? Hello, and welcome to
Hello.
the show.
And to those on the replay,
Fist bump and huggles to you guys.
You had time to run away and you didn't. Blame yourselves.
What about Dawn W?
Sorry,
I've already said.
Have you said Dawn W?
Yeah. Pasty!
Pasty.
Sorry, darling.
Huggles, pasty!
Huggles.
Needs to put your specs back on.
Oh, dumb. I can't work out whether I can see better with him or without him. There's something very comforting about the world in fuzz.
Like Doris Day look.
Yeah, everything's just sparkly and soft.
And soft.
It's lovely.
I don't know about Doris Day. He puts one looks like fucking Robin Day.
Well, when you watch Doris Day films, she's always in that soft glow look.
Hello, Mr. Major.
Babies are coming out over the hill. That'll get Gailey going and Pasty.
What? You cracking one off to the Redwood stage? Stuart Dill, good evening.
Why does my torch RTA make me cough?
Don't deep throat it.
I don't know why your torch RTA makes you cough. Very strange. What ohms have you got your coil at? What juice are you using? And what wattage you pumping out on it? And how much of
What
your
nick?
airflow have you got open? Because mine's not making me cough.
Good on you, Pasty. Oh, the Deadwood stage is coming on over the hill. Whip crack away, whip crack away, whip crack away. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Bill. It depends on literally quite a few things that might make it so you make you cough. But I've got to admit, I've never had a problem with that.
50 watts.
What juice are you vaping on? Is it get ice in it?
Menthol.
Is it menthol?
And what nick is it?
See,
It's all right. It's brand new.
I've got a 0.2 ohm mesh in here. Not 2 ohm mesh. Yeah. No, I haven't. What have I got in here? Oops. I've got a zero. What the 0.45 aliens Canthal. Might be the actual coils. If you've got nichrome coils, nichrome, that might make you cough.
Yeah, because you could have, and it's quite a common thing. People have
Nickel allergy.
nickel allergies. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be actually that.
See, stainless makes me. Can't do stainless.
But yeah, I try and stick with Canthal, me. I'm a big Canthal fan. More than that. And you noticed, on about daft things like that, and you noticed with a lot of devices that, tanks or RTAs, if they include coils, they're always nichrome. Very rarely Canthal.
No ice and coils that came with the tank.
If I remember rightly, the coils that came with the tank, weren't they nichrome? Maybe worth getting some Canthal coils. You might have a reaction to it. It might be only mild, but you might just have a reaction to nichrome.
Especially because you're inhaling it, so it's going into your airways directly.
That's the only thing I can think of. Besides that, what do you think to the torch?
Flashy.
I love it. I just wish I could turn the lights off.
Sorry, I've got the music from Police Academy running through my head now. Do 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 do.
I love it, honestly.
What was the name of that club?
Can't
Well,
think.
Police Academy.
The Blue Oyster.
That's the one. The Blue Oyster Bar.
Did that rather too quickly, didn't I?
You did.
Don't knock it till you've tried it, big boy.
No.
No.
I have the Deadwood stage stuck in my head again.
But I'll get the lyrics up.
Liz, good evening.
Hi, Liz.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Oh, bless you. Well, I won't say it's been a quiet week. There's been bits and bobs flying around. Some of it, I don't think we need to talk about because it was.
There's been a lot of, well, let's face it, a lot of shit blooming going around.
Yeah, a lot of shit rearing its head, or a new edition of shit rearing its fucking head.
Yeah.
Same shit, different face.
Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah.
Same shit, different reactions.
No,
Well,
I think
yes.
a lot of it's the same reaction, isn't it, really? But
Now, there was one interesting story that Mark threw up where it says UK vape brands are adopting a cutting edge identity system.
yeah, I thought that
Basically,
was
an
cool.
age
That.
card. What they're doing is it's an app you get for the phone. You upload your documents to prove what age you are, and you can use it for a variety of things, not just for buying vape kit. And what a cracking idea! especially in this age of mobile phones and mobile technology.
I thought it was a cracking idea. I mean, I generally do feel sorry for vape shops and vape shops that are online as well, because, I mean, proving that someone's 18 or not is very, very difficult. But if you join up with that app, it's got your private information on it, and then obviously you go fire through that, and I thought it was a good idea.
Well, let's be right. The shadier side of the internet's been doing that sort of thing for many, many years.
I mean, what the hell happened to when we were kids? I mean, I know it's all modern technology and all the rest of it. I never had a fucking bank account that I could actually get and, buy shit.
No.
I never had a bank account. I had my Yorkshire Penny Bank when I was at school.
I had a bank.
TSB Saver Book.
I did have a bank account. My fucking mother wiped out, but that's a different fucking story. I won't get into that here.
I didn't have a bank account at all until I actually started working. Because obviously I had to have a bank account to get paid.
When I became a student, because I needed a bank account for me money to go in.
But when you think about it, kids have got bank accounts now just to get the dinner money.
Well, the thing, I suppose the thing is as well, I mean, how many kids out there do have their parents' debit card details and credit card details for buying games off the internet?
Yeah.
True. Apparently Shane got ID this afternoon buying beer. He's 44, for fuck's sake.
Cool. Yeah, but when you get to our age and they're actually asking you for ID, you actually, yeah, cool. Yeah.
If they get to our age and they're asking me for ID, I know they're at least 80. Well, Gav's just summed it up. I never get asked in shops anymore. Must be the grey hair and grumpy demeanour.
I'm the same.
Yes, I always remember that. I had the TSB Saver account at primary school, and then we carried it on.
Oh, ours was the Yorkshire Penny Bank.
Well, ours was originally the Yorkshire Bank, and then it moved across to TSB.
See, I think the one that I had was some similar. I think it was Glasgow Savings Bank, and then I think TSB took them over. In the start of the 80s, I think it was. Yeah.
And I'm still, I was with the Yorkshire Bank. It's been took over now by Virgin, so I'm now with Virgin Money.
I'm always Virgin on skin.
You
and me both, kid.
Yeah.
I still remember the day we closed that savings account down though, because it was only up to you were 13 or something. And it felt like I was rich. I'd got all of 20 quid, you know.
We're going to go buy loads of comics and sweeties and pop.
Oh, yes.
On Gaily Bops, the Gran opened up a post office savings account for her.
Oh, I had me Ernie's.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, when we were kids, money wasn't.
No, because we went out and played, not fucking sat in the room. Right, I played GTA again.
Or buying, was it V-Bucks or something?
What books?
V-Bucks for Fortnite.
Well, we just used to nick my dad's porn mags for under the bed and shit.
Good, wholesome, cheap entertainment.
Yeah.
Fiesta, Razzle and Nave.
Oh, God, yeah.
Escort. Mayfair.
Oh, Escort was good. Fiesta's Reader's Wives, though.
Oh, no. Something looked like cat with a split head.
I mean, last time I saw it like that, I mean, it was so like, you know.
Explosion in a kebab shop.
Well, I was thinking more of Golden Virginia had been thrown at her. 50 grams.
Who want pitta with that?
Salad and sauce, no fucking thanks. Anyway. But no, you're right. It's changed days, isn't it? It's when we were kids. It was We were never stuck in the house.
No, ever.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, Scotland. I suppose Yorkshire's the same. You get your fair share of fucking rain as well, the same as we do. But even at that, you were still out.
Hmm.
Whereas I think the kids nowadays, it's what game have you got? I'll catch you online later on tonight. No problem. But I've spent all day with you at school anyway, and then you're going to go home to put a pair of bloody headphones on. Are you there? And then go and shoot people and come out with foul, abusive language that would even make me blush.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you didn't ask your mum for 20 quid just to go and meet your mates.
No.
Because she wanted a Burger King.
And the kids today will never know.
A bottle of dilute pop and a sarnie.
If I asked my mum and dad at that age for 20 quid, my dad think we're going to get hookers and coke. You'd be fucking want to come with me.
They'll never know. The kids today never know the sinking feeling as you watch your old man put the padlock onto the phone.
Oh, on the dial phone, that little, yeah.
See, the thing is, though, my mates didn't have a phone. So it was it was never a problem in our house because it's my mates didn't have a phone. Well, they had a phone in the house, but they didn't have. It's not like having mobile phones, is it?
No, you just used to walk out the front door, walk 30, 40 feet down the road, and one of your closest friends stayed in the next corner or just the street over or whatever.
Excuse me, missus, is Bill coming out to play?
Yeah.
That's how it was. I want it. I mean, money didn't. It just wasn't a thing. Money.
And you didn't need a clock with you because as soon as street lights came on, you went home.
You knew you had to get home, but it was money wasn't a thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. We want a poor family by any means of the imagination. I won't say we were mega rich or anything like that, but just money wasn't a thing for us as kids.
No, you different things. It was a different outlook in life, I think.
Can you imagine ever asking your mum and dad for a pair of branded trainers or something? Because I know the answer I'd have got.
I got branded trainers.
Did you?
Yep.
You spoiled bastard.
High tech.
High tech.
Oh,
yeah, I had a pair of Dunlop.
high tech squash. And I said, when Jules and I first got together, and she said, I hated wearing training shoes, but see when I got older, I just hated wearing training. I always wore boots. I don't know if it's just the biker thing in me, but I always wore boots. Didn't matter what the hell I was going, whether I was wearing a suit or what, I always fucking wore boots. And Jules says to me, no, you need to get a pair of training shoes. I said, well, I think the last pair of decent training shoes I had was high-tech squash. Can you still get them? I got the look. No, you're not getting high-tech squash. How no? I fucking loved them.
As soon as I moved away from home, it was a pair of Reebok high tops. And those babies were on my feet for about 8 years. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's me at it, Smoky Porter. No, I should be a rich.
The thing is, though, when we were kids, up until about 14, 15, things really weren't branded, were they?
No.
I mean, you could buy a Liverpool T-shirt, Liverpool top, and it didn't have candy or whatever advertisement on it. It was just a Liverpool top with the Liverpool liver bird, and that were it.
Mm.
No, that's like they fucking bought me a fire pit.
Smoky.
Oh my god.
Or do
high-tech silver shadow, they were nice as well.
I mean, you had to have the head bag for school.
No, it was Rukinor bags we had.
Oh, we had the head bags.
Weird, isn't it? But now, obviously, you've got to be completely and utterly in fashion and everything.
God knows why.
Yeah, my dog, that honestly, God, that's rank, but I'll drink it anyway because it's alcohol. Oh, fuck me.
Just neck it in one.
No, because I would end up covered in the desk, I think. Honestly, it's like it's Do you know when you have a fire outside, and if you have it in a container, it rains, and you get that puddle of water on the bottom of it? I think that's what that is.
Stevie, according to the Irishman, high-tech squash are on Amazon and Sports Direct.
Yes.
What size are you?
No, sir. 8.5. 8.5 to an 9.
8.5. There you go, everybody. If you want to buy Betty a Christmas present.
High tech Willie Wishbangers.
Yeah, that's what you can buy him. He'll be as happy as a kid in muck.
Oh, high tech squash shoes. He's fucking right enough. Look at that. Oh.
You need some honey Jack Daniels, apparently.
No.
No.
That ain't happening. I fucking knew that was Pasty that put that in. There's a bottle of Jack Daniels in our kitchen. Off the shelf, Mr. SoulOhm.
Oh, Jules has spotted what you're looking for.
Hubby, no, just no.
Jules, 24 quid.
I'll tell you the one thing I do miss from my youth. That's my cowboy boots.
Have you seen somebody in chat there, BFJ?
Rachel! Oh, and congratulations. There was a post on Facebook. October, she's starting a criminology course.
Ooh.
Which will be interesting.
Yeah, be careful what you all say now.
And what you say will be taken down and used against you in a court of law.
Nickers.
It's a fair cop, Gav.
There you go, Galen's just said that's a bargain.
So I was just thinking, you could buy them trainers, yeah, get a nice tartan pair of trousers, get a cagoule and that lot, and we could call you Dwayne.
Dwayne, Dibley.
And one triple thick extra condom.
Cause you never know.
Fuck off.
Get you a thermos as well.
If you're gonna do it, it's got to be the Slazenger pastel pink V-neck.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. I had a top. It was is it Lecoq Sportif?
Oh yeah.
It looked like an explosion in fucking B&Q's paint section.
See now,
every colour.
I had the canvas jacket and the baggy trousers to go with. Rolled up sleeves on the jacket.
Oh no. Miami Vice job.
Oh, 100%, dude.
No.
Right, own up. Who had a shell suit?
No, never wore one.
Never.
Me neither. But in fact, you can't beat Fruit of the Loom jumper. Fruit of the Loom jumpers. They're t-shirts.
Can you remember when Fruit of the Loom used to be quite... Ooh, you got a Fruit of the Loom. Now it's everybody's t-shirt that's ever had a clone t-shirt's got one.
Well, it was Benetton, wasn't it?
Available in a packet of 5 for a tenner for Amazon.
Benetton was the big one, wasn't it? Mid-80s. The colours of Benetton.
Yeah, the colours of Benetton.
I used to think it was Ben Elton. United Colours of Ben Elton. What the fuck did he bring out a clothing range, a prick?
No, when shell suits were about, I was in snakeskin PVC jeans, cowboy boots, black Brando biker leather, and very long hair and lots of bandanas and.
And then when you think about it now, you must have looked a cunt.
Mm.
But you didn't care.
I look good.
You look like something out of Europe.
through your eyes, yeah, some of that fucking Euro trash.
And the best bit is naturally curly when I had hair and it was long, so it looked like a shaggy perm. I was hip.
Yeah.
In fact, the slash t-shirt as well. Remember when you cut the arms off and then
Oh yeah,
slashed
you had
on
to
the
cut the
sides?
arms off. Yeah.
No, and you said that to me before. No, I can never do the slash t-shirt, but it just looks stupid.
Oh, the moves were on display. I didn't give a toss.
Always cut the sleeves off. Even bought brand new bikers jackets and cut the sleeves off them as well.
And the other thing was the leather bootlace. So many wraps of leather bootlace on the wrist. Yep.
It was O-rings.
They are. These are actually O-rings.
It was O-rings and cheap silver bangles.
Mm.
That weren't silver. They gave you
like tin.
Yeah, they gave you dermatitis after 2 hours.
Oh no, I've had these 3 on here now. This is how lazy I am. I haven't took these off in what, 10 years?
Oh, no, I mean they're all right. They're okay, but it was a cheap silver bangles you used to buy for like £1.
Oh yeah.
And you wore them one night going out. Obviously that went back to the goth days. You wore them going out, and by the time you got home, you had a fucking rash for there, a bit here.
Yeah, and that rust look. It looked like you'd been tanned on one side.
Yeah.
I had the
It's getting
alchemy.
back to the nickel thing, isn't it?
I had an alchemy ring, yeah, and it was the brassy colour, and the bloody thing used to go green when you sweated. So if you'd been out on the dance floor or whatever, you come back and your finger was just green. It wasn't good.
Why have I got this image? Danger, danger! I've this.
No, why have I got this image when he goes for a pee? The green stuff comes off the ring.
Yeah. I think you need to go and see a doctor, sir.
Oh, that washes off.
No, it rubs off. It's far more fun.
I mean, Vapor Queen Becky, the flared trousers was that's going back to the
That's way before.
yeah, that's going back to the heady days of the 70s. That's when that was the going through the Bay City roller phase.
Yeah,
with the
that's
black.
when we was kids and we was made to wear flares. Yeah.
I think the baggiest jeans I ever got one in my teen years was a pair of 501s.
Yeah, I think they were about the baggiest I got and all. Yeah, I think we was at the generation where if it was anything bigger than sort of like 5 inches, that there were flares for us then. When you've been used to proper flares. Oh, I hated flares.
Funny, there's no way I was wasting nail varnish on my rings. They went on my fingers, kid.
Depending on what ring.
No, the black nail varnish, that was mine. And a little bit of man liner now and again.
I never did the man line. I did the black nails though. And I was a right cheapskate. Most of the time it were a marker pen.
Now my bondage pants were PVC.
Sorry?
I did have a pair of PVC bondage pants. Stop it.
And back to the Oyster Club again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was that at the point where you was listening to Man to Man and that?
No.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
No, that was a belated getting into the exploited
I want to take you to a gay bar. I want to put it in you.
No, it's I've got something to put in you. Not I want to put it in you.
You're not putting it in me because it's green?
Yeah.
Those tracky bottoms that had the snap buttons all the way up the leg, they were brilliant because you waited till the chav went to the bar pissed. Then your mate bumped into him and the other one just grabbed the back of his tracky bottoms and went.
we had classy boozers in Glasgow. You could never get into a pub then like that one. In the city centre, never. Even
No.
train, you could not get into a pub or a nightclub with trainers on. And then look at it these days. Look at the price of a pair of trainers these days. It's a fucking week's wage.
That was the joys of the cowboy boot, because you could get away with it. You could wear them under a suit. You could wear them under your jeans. Sorted. Or a pair of black suede winkle pickers with the straps on.
It's always got to have straps in it. I'm getting...
I were a Doc Martin man. I wore Doc Martens all the time.
I had me 14 old Docs for when we went moshing.
No, I must admit, I had my Docs, I had my cowboy boots, I had my biker boots, like an engineer style boots, but I also had my black suede winkle pickers with the skulls, silver skulls and crossbones right up the side.
Yep, I loved them.
Yeah, it were a thing that round here as well. If you wanted to go into a nightclub, you couldn't wear jeans. I bought a pair of... I saved up... God, it took me ages saving up to get a pair of proper black 501s.
Yeah.
I felt the, the dog's doodles walking around town in these brand spanking new 501s. Tried to get into a nightclub. Nah, you're not coming in. You're wearing jeans. And it's all like, the black. I had a nice shirt on and that lot. Nice. No, won't let me in.
See, that's where the shiny Foster's suit trousers came in. If we weren't going to a goth club, and you were going to a normal fucking housey place, then you whacked on the good trousers.
It's why I never went out much that, on a normal Saturday night. I used to go out on Thursday nights because that's always your block night.
Blazers in Middlesbrough, or there was a club in the basement of the town hall at Borough that was absolutely brilliant, but the Crypt. And they used to do live gigs down there as well. That was awesome. No dress code for that one, mate.
I never understood the dress code.
If your hair wasn't backcombed and up there, forget it.
As long as you wore black, you were getting in.
Oh, hell yes. Heavy neat. Oh, heavy metal.
Heavy meat.
Well, it's past the hour, dude, so we're going to rage.
Yeah, why not?
Rage.
Hulk smash. Right, okay, guys, so...
Evening, Craig.
Again, as we were talking about at the tail end of last week, they've opened up a rage room in Glasgow where you can get in and basically smash the shit out of stuff. But it was a radio station, local Glasgow radio station. They were actually asking the question, what makes you so angry that you would possibly smash the shit out of something? So this was the question we asked you guys last week. So give us an update, guys. What would push you over the edge that you would quite gladly smash the crap out of something?
I've got one.
I've got a list.
I think it's a modern thing. I'm not going to say snowflakes in general. The thing that really annoys me is you're giving an opinion. Yeah? You back your opinion up with fact, data, and then some fucktard turns around and says, I don't agree with that. And they leave it at that, as if that invalidates your opinion. The fact you've gone away and actually looked at this, and just because it doesn't match with whatever shit they've read on Facebook or Twitter, and they're just an instant fucking expert, and it's, I don't agree with that, or I'm offended, will have me reaching for your fucking Adam's apple. Because I really don't give a fuck if you're offended or not.
But I have noticed the same kind of vein as yourself, Steve. But I have noticed that it's more the younger generation that pulls this shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
people of our age will listen to an opinion and then question it. And that's how conversation starts. That's how learning starts. Instead of the closed-minded twattery that seems to be with the younger generations these days. I'm offended you said that, Gav.
I'm with Fido. Right. I mean, I never put that down, but yeah, people do offend people. People do get people wound up that much that, yeah, people would smash the shit out of something. I mean, as I say, I've got a list. I was actually asking some of the lads in work as well. And I gave them the same scenario and the same question. Because even some of the guys that I work with, we talked about they've opened up a rage room in Glasgow. Should we book it? I just started laughing. No, because I'd end up fucking killing half of you. So, but that's a different story. So they were giving me some of the, some of the things that gets their blood boiling. And I'll get on to mine at some point, but one of the guys, our electrician, Scotty, he said something that says that really his words were something that really boils my piss. And the look in his face, I was like, oh fuck, this is going to be a good one. You pull into a car park. There's not a car in the car park. You park your car in the car park. You get into the shop. You come back out. There's 2 fucking cars in the car park. Yours and some twat that's fucking parked right next to you, and you can't get in your fucking driver's door. Well, unfortunately, I fell about laughing at this point. But it was deadly serious. He says, that gets right in my tits. So, again, people.
Happened to me.
Yeah, but the thing is, can I
Sorry.
You both come out with valid things that annoy you. But I don't think either of what you've all said would make you want to go into a rage room and smash it all up.
Yeah, it would. It would.
Well, that was mine. That was a colleague's.
You see, the only time that I would ever need to go to a rage room is if someone had hurt any of my family, hurt my property, or something like that. Everything else is sort of like, nah.
No, I'm not as chilled as you.
Me neither.
I used to be. I was as a child growing up, all the way up until my late 20s. I was a very angry young man. Very angry young man. In fact, if you looked at me the wrong way, I'd probably twat you on. But as I've grown up, no.
Right. Mine, because I've always been tall and the biggest kid in school and up, yeah, it was always drummed into me I couldn't retaliate. Yeah? So I got very good at bottling mine up. But I run on a diet of rage. I might smile and hug a lot and laugh and joke and all the rest of it, but inside there is a very angry man. Yeah? And you said mine wouldn't get you into the rage room. The reason mine gets me into the rage room is if I've got the good manners to bottle up and listen to somebody's opinion, yeah, and to want to talk about it and air it and see if you can come up with a solution, if it's a problem, if it's not, if it's a discussion, learn something, yeah? And if they are fucking ignorant and rude enough to turn around and just go, nah, I don't agree with that and fuck off, then I seriously want to turn their face into a meat crayon. And I think that's half the problem, because when you bottle it and you do let it go, you scare the shit out of people.
Yeah, see, I mean, I think this is why these rage rooms are taking off, because people do get wound up at work. People do get wound up just with day-to-day life, and you know that you can't. How could I put this? You can't act on those feelings. You can't act on that anger, because they would lock you up and throw the key away. So the rage room thing, as you go in and you unleash that anger on something, it's something that's not going to fight back. It's something that's just letting you free to let that anger out and you know you're not hurt, you're just smashing an inanimate object.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is that you're wanting something so you haven't got any repercussions.
Yeah, it's basically you letting off steam.
I think it's a very healthy. I mean, it's like the primal scream sort of movement, isn't it? It's a bloody healthy way of dealing with the frustrations of modern life.
Very much
Because
so.
if one more person turns around to me at work and says, you have to be professional. Yeah, okay, there's a level. I appreciate there's a level, but some days, I'm going to want to rip you a new arsehole because you are being an idiot.
See, also the other question that you've got to ask: how far do you take your rage room? I mean, what's the next level after everyone has a rage room? After the rage room, what's next? Are we talking like hostel?
Purge.
How far? You've got to, as a society, you've got to stop and think. Yeah, your personal rage. Yeah, you are keeping it under control. The only reason why you're keeping it is under control is because you know the consequences if you don't keep it under control. Yeah, either you destroy your house and what's in it, and then you're going to have to repay to get all the repairs done, or you know that the police are going to get involved and you're going to get locked up, or the psychiatrists are going to come and get you. How far do you go? Where do you say there's a limit to it?
But the thing with the rage room is, it's. I mean, I'm actually on the page just now, right? This sounds a bit. They're actually calling the participants players. They're not a player. They're not playing at this. Because people will take that, as Mark kind of said there, people will take that to the extreme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what happens is, I mean, you know the way modern society is these days. You get into a rage room and people will go, you know, I've smashed the shit out of something. I feel really good. I'm going to take that to the street. And I've actually never thought about that. But Mark's
There are
just
some
that,
people that will do that.
you know, Mark's just put that into my head.
I mean, I'll give you an example. How many times have we had road rage?
Yeah,
and you just go on YouTube and you see the idiots, and they are going absolutely ballistic at people because they've cut them up or whatever. And it's sort of like, how far is this a society?
But then again, looking at it, the rage rooms are a place where that rage to a certain extent can be released. But then, as you say, what happens when they come out of the rage room?
Yeah.
But
see, to my mind, that brings me back to my first one, that if people actually talked these days and got shit off their chest and worked it through, there wouldn't be a need for rage rooms. I'd call you back to the early 80s. Do you remember seeing it outside the Boozer? Two blokes beating the living shit out of each other. One goes to the floor. The one that's just been beating the shit out of him, after a couple of minutes, will probably give him a hand up and they go back inside. Unless he's been boffing his missus, of course, in which case it got nasty. But, you know, there's not that sort of release anymore, is there?
you see,
I think
thing is,
society now, sorry to interrupt you, Bear.
sorry, mate.
I think society now is more stressful. I think the modern day living is a lot more stressful.
See, I think this is why this has been done, though. This is. I mean, I'm going to try and find their homepage, right, and see what it says.
I think the problem with modern is everything's expected to be instant.
See, right, what they're basically saying here is Scotland's first rage room. Our rage room is a perfect place to de-stress. That's what it's a de-stressing thing. And I can see, I mean, I can see where people would possibly go and do that kind of thing. But I've just seen the prices, and I fucking certainly wouldn't.
You'd be raging over the prices of it.
Yeah, damn right. I'd be smashing up because of the price. He's ready for this.
50 quid?
That's the cheapest. Bronze package, 30 minutes in the room, up to 4 players, recommended 2 players. Small basket of items, including 15 small items and 2 medium items. That's for £50. The silver package is 30 minutes in the room, up to 6 players, recommended 4 players. Medium basket of items, including 22 plus small items, 3 medium items, and 1 large item. Pardon me. Gold package, 30 minutes in the room, up to 6 players. Large basket of items, including 30 plus small items, 4 medium items, 1 large item, and 1 special item. £90. So it goes from 50, 70, and 90.
I hope that 90 quid is somebody wrapped inside a mattress.
I mean, it's a lot of money, but I suppose you will get people. You will get people paying that to go to these places. But
I think it's I don't know. I would actually be quite uncomfortable with it. Even though, yeah, I would love to be able to go in a room and smash the crap out of it. But
I mean, the thing is, I mean, and Jules will testify to this. I mean, there's times I come home, I'm fucking so stressed out that I really don't want to talk to Jules. I'm actually quite snappy with her at times, and it's not Jules's fault. It's just things have just got to me during the day. Do you know what I mean? And I've just got to sit and try and kind of work things out myself, and I don't mean to be snappy. It's just I've let things build up, and I've never been one to actually sit and talk to somebody. I'm getting a bit better. I think I'm starting to talk a bit more, but I can see them having their place.
But I can also see them being addictive as well.
Not fucking 90 quid, they ain't.
Money's not a problem to an addict.
Well, I suppose.
I mean, for us three, yeah, I could imagine it. We'd go and smash it all up, have a damn good giggle, have a laugh about it down pub, and that'd be the end of it. But I could quite imagine people could get actually addicted to it.
I do like Mr. Anderson's comment. I have a pile of firewood and an axe. Pay me £25 and you can chop the shit out of as much as you want.
Like it.
Who did do it for years, Steve? Yeah. The thing is, it's not so much what would get you in there, it's why you'd need to go in there in the first place.
Wankers parking in disabled bays.
Oh, don't. That really pisses me off. On the flip side of that, people that park in the disabled bays, and because they get out of the car, people just automatically assume, like your hidden disabilities and that. The amount of times we had that with Caitlin, where we parked in the family bay. And yeah, Caitlin was getting a bit older, but she still wasn't safe to be walking across the car park. Yeah. And the amount of times I got called for that, bloody ridiculous. Vegan sausage rolls.
Yeah, that sent me into a rage as well.
I agree with Bunny. Wankers parking on the fucking footpath. Wankers parking on the pavement where, people with babies and prams are...
No, the real wankers are the ones that park in the middle of 2 bays.
Oh, you mean the Merc drivers?
Yeah. They're the wankers.
Oh, I agree with that one. People that can't use roundabouts properly. That sit like...
Yeah.
Can't move. Arsehole.
Saying that, though, having done some extensive driving recently, some of those big roundabouts, I mean, I'm talking the 3-4 lane buggers, when the lanes aren't clearly marked, it's a fucking death trap.
Oh, God. Jules and I, my stepmother bought us tickets to go to the Harry Potter experience thing down at... Was it
It's brilliant.
Down at Hemel Hempstead.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But on the way down, I'm not exactly sure where this roundabout is. This is the weirdest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life. You've got one main roundabout in the centre, but there's about 6 other roundabouts coming off it. And I'm like, I have never seen any like this in my life. And I'm like, where the fuck do I go for here? And it was such a strange experience because I'm like, they get around this one, but they join that one over there. But how the hell? I need to go over there. So, what roundabouts to get round? And oh, it was fucking weird and wonderful. It's the strangest bloody thing I have ever seen in my life. I thought it was a fucking crop circle.
Irishman's just put a good one up. The little old lady who parks outside the shop in the customer park and then fucks off to other shops and then runs away from him every time he tries to tell her to move the car one spot over. That must really piss you off, though.
Do you know what really pees me off nowadays? The lack of respect.
That was my next one.
For what?
Everything.
For just being a human being.
I'd go with that.
The respect that people have got are virtually zero. It's me, myself, and I. So much nowadays.
I think COVID was the acid test for that one.
Mm.
How many people did you see slating somebody over something they'd done during COVID? And then you see them walking around and they're walking right up your arse, or they're not keeping the distance or wearing a mask or whatever. As soon as you see them on Facebook, and I know a few people like this, all of a sudden they become a righteous goodie.
Mm.
You know? Nah, I mean, I think it's down to basic just kindness.
Yeah, Gail, I totally agree. There's, like I said earlier on, there's a big difference of things that irritate and stuff that enrages you.
There is.
Mm.
Sense of entitlement, yes. Yeah. That does rage me.
Mm.
But the thing is, it's how people interpret that irritation or rage. It's a fine line, I think.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
It is. And it doesn't take long before the irritation. Something can irritate you and irritate you and irritate you, and all of a sudden, woof, that flare goes up.
Mm. Oh yeah, I mean, with me, it's little things, and them little things build up and build up and build up and build up until one day I just pop.
I think that's back to internalizing it again, you know. Because what sends you into the rage may be tiny.
Mm.
But because there's everything else held back, I mean, shit. If I'm driving in cities, people on bikes, you know, the wankers that you're at a traffic lights, and the geezer on the bike just drives through the red light.
Mm.
You know, like they're not under the same rules that everybody else is. Fuck that. That's annoying.
Fucking dry hit. Like, fucking raging.
Wow, that's quite profound, that, Jules. I implode, not explode. That's quite healthy. Profound. That.
It is.
It's still not healthy.
Neither of it is, but I think it's the 24-hour new generation that we are living in. It's like when we weren't even talking about race things, and we was talking earlier about how when we were kids, money didn't really mean anything to us. Whereas now, I mean, I've said it many, many times, children now aren't children anymore.
No, they're little adults.
Yeah, they are literally little adults. They are adults from literally being the babies. Then there's sort of like this teenager scheme, and this teenager carries on until they're about 30, and it's that Kevin and Perry attitude all the way through it. And it's sort of like,
that's one that does fucking rage me. This thing that respect. Where the fuck do you earn that, fucker? You don't get it over what you drive, what bird you've got, the fact you're in a gang. You know what I mean? You earn respect. you don't demand it. I honestly, and this gets me onto Suits, the amount of jobs I've had where you get a new boss and he walks in and just demands respect. Yeah. I've got more respect for the geezer who's been doing the job for 20 years and knows it inside out. Yeah. Don't tell me how to clean a floor if you've never pushed a broom.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's... But let's face it, we do live in a society now that you'd never start from the bottom, work to the top.
No, I wish we got back to that.
Them days have long gone. We
Thank
say
you,
that
Bunny.
respect is earned and not expected, but we've also... There was... I don't know whether I'm old-fashioned or what. You did still have respect for other people.
Yeah.
That's being courteous. It's being thoughtful of your fellow person that you're dealing with. Whereas now, no one gives a shit what you think. No one gives a shit what you're feeling. It's all about me.
You know what's done that? Facebook and the likes.
Hmm.
The instant, the idea that you
Gratification.
could be famous. Everybody wants it. Why? Why is everybody chasing this elusive fame bit?
Yeah.
I know that sounds hypocritical given what we're doing now.
Yeah, but
this
we're
is
not,
us-
trust me, we're
This
not
is
doing
us
this for
having a
fame.
giggle on camera. You know,
Yeah, but we're not doing it for fame, though, are we?
no. We're doing it because it's fun.
Hmm.
You know, the likes of X Factor. You know,
Yeah, that puts me in a rage.
Yeah, that does. That really annoys me.
what the bit that bugs me is why have they suddenly they're in a singing contest, yeah? What the fuck's the sob story at the front got to do with it? It
It's
doesn't make you sing any better. Yeah, so you're manipulating people with a sob story. So you got you're back to social media bit. Oh, I've touched a nerve with the X Factor.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, it's not just X Factor. It's all this that we've been spoon-fed. Your Love Island, your Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh, reality TV in general.
Yeah, it's sort of like this instant gratification of, oh, I am now famous, and they're in all the Hello magazines, and oh, look what this
Yeah, for 2
celebrity's now
Yeah.
wearing. It's sort of like,
It's like that. What was the name? What was the name of the guy?
Oh, Dean.
hi Dean, this bump buddy.
The Liverpudlian guy that won the T1 Big Brother or something like that.
Oh, Craig.
Yeah,
The
he was a
bimbo.
he was a joiner or some fucking thing, wasn't he? And now he's got a fucking TV show and all that kind of stuff. You can't understand the word the cunt's saying, but he's got a TV show. What? All right, la. Get a fucking bit of wood, you fucking get an ale, you fucking hit in with it, fucking hammer. What?
No.
What?
And do you know what? Do you know another thing? While we're talking about TV and that, like, do you know what I think another thing is? Soap operas.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that kids that have grown up with these soap operas believe that that's how real life is supposed to be. Drama all the time.
Yeah, where's this drama thing come from?
Because you don't matter what walk of life you, especially on the internet, don't matter what walk of life you come from. If you're into vaping, if you're into Land Rovers, if you're into computers and things like that, there's always got to be drama.
Why?
Don't matter where it is, you've got to have drama. And I blame it on this culture that we've grown up with, these blooming soap operas. Because every week there's got to be a drama. And you hear people talking about it like it's real life. That's the scary bit. And you're thinking, Oh, have you heard such and such died? Really? Well, you know, she were having an affair with such... What? And then you find out, no, this is bloody Coronation Street.
Whatever happened to that? Coronation Street used to be nice.
When?
But back in the 70s, when it was just like, it wasn't all the drama. I mean, Christ, the bed hopping didn't start till the 80s, did it? And that was Daydream. Oh, no, I tell a lie. Because Len Fairclough was nobbling somebody on the side, weren't he? Rita's husband.
Dunno. Didn't watch that shit.
I had no fucking choice.
I didn't. My grandma had...
I had Ned in the comic. No.
And that's another thing. You got to wonder whether all this taste for drama and crap TV, is this because we're not reading as much as we used to?
Also, is it because we're not as neighbourly as we used to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because especially in the Pit Village where I live, on the street that on Milne Road, I knew everyone. I knew every single person on that street. Nowadays, I bet you'd be struggling if you knew 3 or 4.
Yeah, and you can also get your porn on it, and you don't need to reach to the top shelf. That didn't mean out.
Emmerdale used to be about a farm. What the hell happened there?
I mean, I'm with Bill there. Real musicians earn recording contracts. Yeah, none of this fucking. Oh, can you sing? Or you think you can sing? Right, but we'll put you in. Have a go. Well, you're not too bad. We'll give you a fucking recording contract, and then you're shit for about 6 years. But you've made a fucking fortune.
Yeah, but haven't you noticed? Right, out of all, I mean, I hate to imagine how long these X Factors have been going on. There's not many of them that's had an actual really successful career. They've been famous for about a year and then they're on to the next one. It's that continuous rolling over of throwing out a bubblegum pop and then disappearing.
Do you know the thing is, I mean, what pisses me off is, the greatest new band from the X Factor. They're not a fucking band. They're a fucking vocal group. They ain't a band because they play fuck all. You're a vocal group, fuck off. Little Mix, fuck off. One Direction, get the...
I don't know. I'll keep Little Mix for a while, please.
Yeah, they're nice to look at, but...
Girls Aloud.
Nice to look at.
Yeah, whatever happened to them?
They all got hormonal and fucked off.
I mean, let's face it, we've got to be right. I mean, manufactured pop groups have been going on since day dot. But
yeah, I mean, the fucking Christ Almighty, the fucking Monkeys was the first.
But it's so like...
But then, though, Mark, even at that, yeah, the manufactured pop groups, but they guys could play instruments as well. They could sing. They had a TV show. It was different days. It was different times.
Evening, Mark.
But like we were saying, nowadays it's that instant gratification.
It's the 15-minute of fame thing, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's Jules is putting Jules talks to neighbours. Jules talks to everybody.
Okay, you just put Jules, you talk to the wall and get an answer.
Jules is super special. The fact is, Jules can't shut up. Jules is constantly talking, so she's got to talk to everybody.
But my mum's the same. We'll be going shopping and I'll find her randomly chatting to a complete stranger in the middle of the aisle. I don't know how she does it. I mean, Dawn will tell you, I am not afraid of coming forward. I will quite happily chat to anybody. But mum puts me in the shade.
Sorry, I'm very quiet. I mean, I talk to anybody, but...
I lived in the flat for 20 years, roughly. Jules and I were together, about 10 years or something like that, before we moved to here. No, it's more than that, actually. But Jules hadn't moved in that all that long. And she says to me, oh, your neighbour's round next the corner there are really nice. Your neighbours across the way are really nice, and that little chap that lives across there, he's lovely, and I'm like, huh? Do you not talk to these people? No. Why not? I don't know.
Have you noticed though, blokes of our age are very good at the morning, and we'll do that to any bugger.
Oh yeah.
Somebody asks us a question. Ooh.
You've been put in the spot. That requires a more than a 2-word answer. Oh, I'm fucked here.
How you doing? All right.
Yeah, but you say hello to Generation X and you probably get lamped.
You dissed me.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, do you know what makes me chuckle with young'uns? And I mean, I've got to say young'uns because they are. They look down at you.
Oh,
what's that all about? It's so like, you're right.
It's like your fault.
They've wiped you off just off the shoe.
It's your fault. The fucking road's fucked. Your generation. It's all your fault.
See, this is what makes me laugh when Finn rolls his eyes at me when I'm doing computer stuff. Yeah, you roll your eyes at me, son. I'm the one that taught you to piss into the bloody toilet. Enough. Oh.
But you've got to be careful though there, Steve, haven't you?
Why?
Because later on you'll be going, yeah, and I'm the bloke that's wiping dribble off your mouth.
And making sure you piss in the toilet.
Oh no, I'm getting my own back. I'm deliberately going round to his house and letting rip all over his sofa.
Wet socks.
Oh hell yeah. Drippy dick, here we come. Looking forward to it.
Drippy dick.
Droopy dick indeed.
Droopy dick.
I'm playing that wonderful game of Russian roulette with the fart.
Oh, does a fart have lumps? Oh.
Russian roulette, because one in 6 is going to be messy. He should get piss in his wardrobe. Yes, I like your thinking, Bill. But I mean, this is the thing, though. You get the who the fuck are you talking to? Gailey had it on the head. It's the internet, right? Instead of going out and talking to people in Zoom rooms and all the rest of it, yeah, you're talking. You're not there, are you?
Everything's done by bloody email now.
Oh, don't.
Everything.
See, I can't do that. I've got to lift the phone. I've got to phone somebody. I mean, Zan will text me, and if I start a conversation, I'm like, I get all muddled up trying to fuck up and phoning them. I can't do the texting thing. I can't do the email thing. See, if somebody says to me, you need to send me an email, blah, blah, blah. Even at work, if I'm doing job reports and things like that, you get halfway through the email and you go, that doesn't look right. So you fucking delete it all and you start again. And then you delete it all and you start. And by the time you get your email complete to an extent that you're happy with it, you're wanting to send it, same with the text. It's taking you half the bloody day.
Also, especially if you've got a text where you need to put your point across, because obviously a text you've got no signs of how you're meaning it or anything like that.
Which
it's
can be
easier just to phone someone.
Which also could be misconstrued as he's shouting at me, he's angry with me, he's calling me this, he's calling me that. It's not, and that's how people read emails and texts. People feel offended because they're reading into something that's not there.
Yeah.
But if you lift the phone and physically speak to someone, they're actually hearing, well, he's not fed, he's not pissed off at me, he's not having a go, he's not having a dig or whatever. Yeah, that's so. I mean, I will always lift the phone Even if it's only a 2-minute conversation, I would rather lift the phone and speak to somebody.
See, I still prefer to actually take a walk down the corridor and talk to somebody face to face, because the amount of information you get from just seeing them.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the work I do, you need to have that context.
Yeah, of course you do. You've got to have it. But people don't want that no more. They don't want to talk. Nobody wants to talk to each other anymore.
Yeah, because it's easier to lie through fucking email. That's why.
And it's like what we were saying, keyboard warriors. You know for a fact that half of, especially so like on my channel, especially the stuff that some people come out with, you know for a fact if they was face to face, they would never say them words. They would never would do it. But because they're hidden behind, because they've got no filter. They don't need one because they've got no ramifications of what they're going to say. They can say whatever they want.
There you go. No consequence to words or actions. Oh.
See, the problem is now, though, people are bringing that into the real world. And think that they can get away with it.
And this is why you need the likes of the Rage Room, or just to twat them.
I think just twatting them.
I'm offended.
Whack.
See, you don't need Rage Rooms. What you need is a room with a harness, a chain, and a thing.
That's a different type of fucking room, Steve.
Yeah.
No. Wrap that little fucker up in a duvet, hike him off the floor, pick up your baseball bat, and just give him a few whacks.
Rubber hose. Rubber hose in the soles of the feet.
Oh, kinky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty painful, apparently.
I'm game.
Yes, Liz, he was talking about his little dungeon that he's got.
I'm really starting to get concerned.
Why?
Between these fucking PVC trousers and these fucking gay boy shorts and fucking sex swings and shit. And his wish list.
Yeah, especially, and his Google search engine.
He's went all quiet. He's went all quiet. He's like, what do I say now?
You forgot my knobby bed.
The what?
You what?
You forgot my knobby bed.
Oh, his bed with knobs on. With the handcuffs. The vibrating mode.
No, it rocks, but it doesn't vibrate.
Don's just said nothing wrong with the dungeon.
Good girl. You stick up for daddy.
That's just fucking wrong. Dirty bastard.
Wrong. Wrong.
Wrong.
So this weekend, I think I'll go and watch Hostel.
Oh, the bit where her eye pops.
Don't.
Well, it's only the next stage on from your Rage Room, really.
No, Purge is the next stage on.
No. Purge is countrywide. Hostel is not. Hostel is where you go and pay for entertaining yourself in more macabre ways.
It makes you think, though. Do you think that kind of shit goes on anyway?
Probably.
Let's face it, if you've got enough money, yes.
Look,
because wasn't there in America the gaming where they capture someone and then send them on and they hunted them down? That was real. So I think Hostel could be quite plausible.
quick question here from Craig Brown: is 0.15 a good build on a mech? I normally go around 0.14. Depends on your mech.
Depends on how confident you feel
Yeah.
as well. How good your battery is. How good your battery safety and your knowledge is, to be honest.
Me personally, I go round about a 0.11 to a 0.12. That's roughly where I am.
I'm
and
the
on
same.
a standard mech with, a decent VTC 6 battery, that's roughly pumping out what I would say about 70, 80 watts ish. That's how it would feel. So, yeah.
0.14 would be around 50 watts, 50, 60. Now, if you're on the 21700, you should be fine.
If you're on a
21700, it'd be probably
absolutely
feeling
fine.
about the same. It'd probably feel around that 60 to 70 watt mark at that Ohm. But yeah, as
Should
long
be
as
absolutely fine, Craig.
like anything with the mech, make sure that your battery is in perfect condition. When you are building around there, make sure that there's no shorts or anything like that. There's no hot spots. Don't forget, if you're using a mech, you are the safety. That's all I can recommend.
And at that sort of ohm, even if your ohm reader's possibly one on the cheaper side, you've still got a good safety margin on that.
Yeah. It's roughly where most mech people are, is round about there.
I remember the guy.
Especially if you're using a 21700 as well, you've got a bit more ampage to play with. So yeah, you should be fine. But like I said, make sure that your batteries are in good condition. Make sure your mech's in good condition as well. Another thing that always people forget about, if your mech's not clean, especially around your threads and things like that, you'll get voltage drop. So what they think, it's not powering out, so they go even lower. When, to be honest with you, you don't need to go as low, as long as everything's all nice and clean. So make sure, not so much the mech on the outside clean, but make sure that then threads are perfect. So yeah, it's just like that. And then obviously on your build, just double check, make sure that there's no leads that are going to touch anything or all like that. Just make sure. A little trick that I did, and it's over the years of me doing it, when you've snipped your leads on whatever RTA that you're using, make sure that you've got the leads that you've cut off as well, count them. Because many times, especially on like a dead rabbit, I've trimmed my leads, thought it flung off somewhere, and it not. A tiny little piece had got down in between the posts, and it kept on shorting it out. And I couldn't work out why it was shorting out because I couldn't see anything. And it wasn't until I thought, there's just something not right. So I washed the actual RDA out again, and a little piece of wire just fell out of the side. So it's just little things like that that you've got to just be a bit more aware of when you're messing about with mechs.
Definitely. I mean, I used to use alcohol just to run around the threads because I used to find it just degunked. And
best thing that you can use is especially if you're using brass or copper,
tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce and a toothbrush. Blooming fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. And for the I've got it on here. Don't know if I've got it up here. Yeah, I have. For your points, for your actual firing pin and things like that, if you're not using one that's constant contact, one of these is brilliant. You pick them up from Pound Shop. They're nail files, but they've got different grades of sandpaper on them. These ones are really, really fine. So on your firing pin, just give them a rub as well. And obviously that helps as well. Little tip.
No, CH Pro Armor he's bought.
Nice one.
See, I mean, I must admit, that's why I tend to go for brass and copper rather than Cerakote. Because I just find them so much easier to clean.
Well, there's no wrong with Cerakote. It's because normally on the inside it's the actual bare copper or brass, isn't it? So
yeah, I just prefer it. It's a personal thing, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, getting one of these though, really handy. You get them from Pound Shop. In fact,
Asda.
yeah, as the Pound Shops are brilliant because you can normally get one that's sort of like a bit more of a spongy type one. They're brilliant. They are. I always keep that in my bag. And then obviously you look at your firing pin, just give it a rub over because obviously you're getting arcing and things like that. So it's perfect for that.
Oh God, art marks. I haven't had to deal with them in a while.
I am. Like I said to you, I've turned into a tank wanker at the moment.
See all these official vaping comments. So what we got? Don't mention roundabouts. So I'll go cheap for Craig. Can't fault you, mate. Honestly, can't fault you. And there's some good little cheap mechs about.
Yeah, that's it. Emery boards.
What was it they called?
I mean, the thing is, as you just said there, Steve, there's some cheap mechs about, and they're genuine cheap mechs,
Yeah.
as opposed to going down the clone route. That's something I always say to people as well. Have a look at it. Yeah, it may not be the ideal thing you're looking for, but if you're going down, if you want to dabble in mechs, to dip your toe in the water first, buy a cheap genuine. Don't buy a cheap.
You don't need to. I mean, like I've been. Same as you. I've been vaping on mechs for nearly 10 years now. Nowadays, you don't need to buy a clone. There is no reason to buy a clone. Go and buy a Dreamer. You can pick them up for less than 60 quid now. And a Dreamer will set you up for life for a mech. If you want a decent mech, get a Dreamer. Heavy hitter. You've also got, there's loads of them now that's round about the £60-70 mark. And it's sort of like the genuine mechs.
Yep.
If you're unsure, if you're not bothered about too much the tube style, go for a clutch. Clutches are brilliant.
Tomac evening. And the other good thing about a decent mech, you've got a nice lump of metal you can twat the Gen Xer that's just looked down at you. If you're using 30T with the Molicel, 0.12, don't run low until you use to. Yeah. Fair advice, Bill. This is part of the reason why I'd love to see the mech thing come back, because battery safety and a bit of battery knowledge is a must. I mean, you see some of the stuff going into the regulated boxes and you think, no, I can see the tear from here in the wrap. No.
No. Right, guys, we're coming up to the hour.
Oh, what the hell? That's
gone quick.
It has, hasn't it?
Jesus.
So, Betty, are you going to say your goodbyes, sir?
I don't want to.
Alan was in last week, Gailey.
Yeah, he's doing all right, kidder. He came in, last week or week before?
Last week?
Yeah, last week. He was in last week. I know his mum's not too well, so he's looking after his mum a lot more. So, but yeah, he's not too bad.
Oh, we bought the Dreaming Heavy Hitter to try out mechs. I mean, yeah, I mean, the lights is, I mean, there's the Keen. You can pick up the Keen for about 40 quid.
The Keen is a cracking mech.
The Trishul?
Yeah.
£30.
These are all genuine. I mean, I remember the time where if you wanted a mech, you had to pay some serious money. Nowadays, cheap as that. It seemed like with squonking, though. If you wanted a decent squonker back in the day, you were paying like 200-300 quid for a decent squonker. Now you can pick them up for next to now.
We're back to dripping things and wet fingers now. The Mando is nice, but the company, there's some better looking ones at the same price. That's good to know. Right. Stevie?
What? I don't want to. Suppose we better. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Thursday evening up here. Actually, it's really we've had some fantastic weather the last few days. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for joining in on our topic of the rage room. Something quite kind of interesting topics cropped up regarding the rage rooms and things that I never even thought about. And thanks to Mark for putting a light under those thoughts as to how people would possibly take the rage room to the next step. God forbid it doesn't happen, but yeah, there's always that side of things. Tune in next week for more of the same. We've yet to figure out what the hell we're talking about, but we'll talk about something that might be vape related, it might not, it might be music, films, books, it might be shite, normally is, but we can get away with it for an hour and a half, and you guys seem to enjoy it, and you just keep coming back for more. So thank you very much, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. Mark, Steve, I could have carried this conversation on for about another 2 bloody hours, but we need to call it a night, I suppose. So without you guys on a Thursday night would be, just wouldn't be the same, to be honest. So I love you both, and I'll pass it over to my extremely large friend over there, Mr. Hodgson.
I now put some on, but I'm not that big.
So bigger than me, fucking him.
Darlings, thank you. Well, that went to some directions I wasn't expecting tonight. It's been a good giggle tonight. It's been so quick. It has. That's really flown past. Chat, thank you for joining us. As always, it wouldn't be the same without you. It really wouldn't. I mean, Christ almighty. And some of the stuff in there, especially about the Hyacinth bouquet, has had me howling, you buggers. Who knew? Neighbours, eh?
Gailey's neighbours, oh.
We'll have to do a show on Gailey's neighbour at one point. There's probably enough stories. Stevie, Mark, thank you, darlings. All I'm missing is the pint, but I can't because it's a school night. Got to be good. So I next week, Oxford Way next week.
Oxford Way next week, yes.
Oxford Way next week. So get yourself in. Liz, here's your chance to win.
Oh yeah, Liz, I've not forgotten. I've still got stuff to post out to you.
Fabulous. Right, I shall hand you over to the man that can, the gaffer.
Steve, BFG, thank you for a wonderful evening. Not feeling myself, I've got to admit, I'm feeling a bit rough, so thank you. It's been therapeutic, really has. Quite an interesting topic as well. We'll have to carry on a bit further down the line on this one. I think we could do more.
We'll talk about Hatchet Harry's the next time.
Yeah, I'm thinking more hostile myself.
I think we're just turning into grumpy old men.
Yeah, I think we ought to have a grumpy old men show. Yeah, I think we could do that.
Well, we need to get Ben back on then.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
In a string vest.
Yeah. And his naughty hanky on his head.
And I'll put the string vest on with a bloody hanky in the head.
Right, guys. Guys in chat, thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for looking after us as well. If you could give us a thumbs up as you're leaving, that would be absolutely fantastic. So, guys on the replay, big love to you as well. So, from myself, BFG and Betty, we bid you good night. Have a fantastic weekend and a fantastic week ahead. And we'll see you all again on Thursday, 7:30. Us three, sorting the world out. Little by little.
Bit by bit. And for all you English peeps, have a lovely bank holiday Monday.
Oh yeah, it's bank holiday. I get my first bank holiday off.
Yay!
You bastards.
And on that note, are we going to wave? Wave.
Bye!
Bye. Outro.
The inventory of your asshole.
You're just jealous.
I don't care because I got a long weekend in September. Na 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 na.